Welcome to the Car Guy Show. Join award-winning automotive magazine publisher Tim Miller, along with his co-hosts, national champion race car driver Kristin Traeger, and country singer, songwriter, and driving instructor Luke Betchner, as they travel the country looking at car life and car culture. Join us as we meet car guys in their cars, in their garages, at their clubs, and at their events. Come along for a real kick in the asphalt.
Okay, money's tight, and it's been easy putting off maintenance on your car. Now you've got a problem that needs to be fixed. Fix it right the first time at City Garage, where they treat you right and never say, "We told you so," about keeping up with maintenance.
Triple F Automotive has over 65 classic cars for sale and a state-of-the-art restoration facility with a complete inventory of parts. For the finest quality restoration of your classic car, call Triple F Automotive today. Welcome to the Car Guy Show, and thank you for watching. More than likely, you've driven by one almost every day, and you didn't even know it. It could be a single car garage, it could be a big warehouse, or even a steel shed building on someone's property. It's not until you roll up the doors and peek inside that you realize what you found. Well, Kristin Traeger does just that in Central Texas. Just off the highway, hidden behind some big oak trees, she opens up a steel shed building to find a Garage Mahal. Later, I head over to Fort Worth, Texas to Streetside Classics for their spring annual car show. Don't go anywhere, because the Car Guy Show starts now. Welcome to Mark's Corvette Garage.
Thank you.
Nice to see you again.
Quite a nice Garage Mahal you have here.
Well, thank you. I'm quite proud of it.
Now, I know you say it's not a museum, it's
not.
a working garage.
Clearly it is. We've got a couple projects at the moment.
Well, I'd like to take a look at your cars, but I'd also like to take a look at some of your pieces of history and memorabilia. Can you show me around?
Absolutely. Come on with me. I'd be glad to give you a tour.
Mark, what was the first car you ever had?
It was a 1958 Corvette.
Imagine that. The love for Corvettes started early.
It did. It did. I was in high school, and it was the only car I could afford. It was $700. It had 3 deuces and an automatic transmission, and I hated the automatic.
Ugh, me too.
That's why all of my Corvettes today are stick.
Yes, way to go.
4 speeds or 6 speeds. If it doesn't shift, I don't want it.
I like your style. I like it. So how many Corvettes have you had since that very first one when you were a teenager?
You know, that's hard to say. Let's see, the 58, the 67, the 85, the 92, the 98, and the other 6.
Well, you're certainly a collector of Corvettes. What's the one we have behind us?
This is the first generation Corvette, 1962. I've owned it for 25 years. I bought it here in Dallas, took it to Southern California, and basically it was a fun toy, a driver.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 1995 I got transferred to Dallas, which is kind of funny, bringing it back home. The interior was getting kind of old, so I decided, you know what, I'll put new interior in. So we pulled the interior out, and my buddy, who likes to restore cars, says, you know, Mark, you're an old guy, you're never going to tear this car apart again. Let's paint it. He said, come on. So we had a guy come with a soda blaster
and he spent 12 hours with a high-pressure hose eating the paint off layer after layer. The good news about soda, it doesn't hurt the chrome or the glass, and we got down to bare fiberglass.
Great.
And so there's a guy in Louisville, Texas, called Mike DeSold Designs, and he wins paint awards all the time.
He did a fantastic job.
Thanks. And everything you see in the interior is new.
Completely refurbished.
Except for the gauges. Those are the original ones and they've been rebuilt. But the steering wheel, the dash pad, the grab bar, the door panels, the carpet, the sun visors, everything else is brand new. In fact, the passenger seat is a virgin. No one has ever sat in that passenger seat since I redid it.
No one?
No one.
Can I sit in it?
Of course.
So this car also had an option where you can get a hard top or the convertible top, and some people had both. But you keep your hard top tucked away, right?
I do, because the hard top's interesting, and I'm sure if it got really cold in Texas, I'd regret. But the soft top's always with me, so I don't have to worry about having a top. I prefer the top down, but I'll tell you, you with the hard top on could get in the car easily. It's a challenge for me. Houdini and I have to struggle to get into the car with the top up.
It's a magic trick.
And so this car's got a 340 horsepower small block Chevrolet with hooker headers and Flowmaster mufflers, so it sounds like a Corvette. It runs really well. In fact, a friend of mine came over one day in his new Corvette, and he said, could we go out into your 62? And I'm sure. So we were out here on one of these country roads, and he says, does it run really well? And I stood on it, opened up the four barrel, and he goes, holy crap, it pushed him back in the seat. He was totally blown away. He did not expect that.
I bet.
This is first generation Corvette, solid rear axle. This is second generation Corvette, first year for independent rear suspension, and the designer wanted the rib to run from the front of the coupe all the way to the back. Well, the only way to do that was to put a piece of fiberglass and break up the glass and make it a split window.
Right.
Very iconic now because it was only used for 1 year.
And back then, people were actually removing the split window and putting a solid piece of glass in, which makes it even more rare.
Exactly. 64, 5, 6, and 7 have the same body style, but a solid piece of rear glass. They made, I think, 10,519 split windows.
Like you said, there's still several around, but it's funny, they all congregate at car shows. So you won't see one out on the street for a long time, and then you go to a car show, and then all the split window guys are all grouped together.
Hey, people of good choice.
Yep.
And I think I told you, Larry Shinoda, the designer, actually signed the dashboard in this at a car show in 1996, and unfortunately Larry passed away in 97.
That's really special to have his signature.
Yeah.
What made this car special aside from the split window in comparison to the previous generation?
Well, again, the first year of independent rear suspension, because the engineer Zora Duntov wanted to compete with the European cars. So the solid rear axle cars, this thing at speed, when you go around a turn, I'm telling you, the rear end wants to come on around. This car handles much better. Quite a huge difference between this platform and that platform.
That's a big leap in performance.
And it was such a well-engineered chassis design that all the way up through 1972 they used the same frame. So from 63 through 72, and there's a lot of changes in technology, the frame remained the same.
That's a big span of time.
Exactly.
Goes to show how good that original frame was.
You're watching the Car Guy Show. We'll be right back.
Car problems are no problem when City Garage is on it. If your car breaks down or needs repair, fix it right the first time at City Garage.
Hi, this is Brad with Sons of Thunder Motor Works in Plano, Texas. And we are here to help you attain the investment quality, distinctive classic car of your dreams. Check out our website and make an appointment, come by and see us, and we'll help you with that car dream.
Autoscope. Trust and value, the way car repair should be.
Well, speaking of convertibles, tell me about your Highboy.
Well, the 32 Ford Highboy is the classic hot rod. Soldiers came back in World War II and they saw the European cars. They wanted to build hot rods. And the 1932 Ford was plentiful. You could hot rod it. Parts were easy to get for flatheads. And as the years went by, people that knew what they were doing put a Chevy small block in it, because if you want a Ford to go, you got to put a Chevy in it.
Zing!
So this has a 305 small block Chevy, and in fact, in a few minutes I'll take you for a ride and you'll get to experience for yourself the sound of Chevrolet power.
Great, let's do it.
We will.
Mark, what was the inspiration to have your own Garage Mahal?
Well, when I bought this piece of property, it didn't have any garage. So I built a 5-car, 2-story garage at the house, but I blew out of it because I had too many Corvettes.
That's a problem I'd like to have.
So I decided to build a metal building. A buddy of mine sells metal buildings. And I came to this particular part of my property because it's high, so I don't have to worry about flooding or anything. Mm-hmm. And it's removed from the house, so I can make as much noise either with the cars or rock and roll as I want.
Right.
And I built it in 2005, so it's now, 11 years old. I had 4 inches of insulation put in the walls and the ceiling, so it's never really hot in here and never really cold. Mm-hmm. And I built it with an east-west orientation so that I would get the breezes. So
Your garage has even been featured in the National Corvette Museum, in fact.
And for 4.5 years, the last section you go through at the National Corvette Museum is called Corvette Lifestyles. And I guess by now you've realized I live a Corvette lifestyle.
You sure do.
And so I played on a continuous loop down there with another fellow out of Sanger who's on the board of directors of the museum. So my video would play and then his and so on. And it just ran for about 4 years.
That's really impressive. So you told us how you built the garage, but why build it and what's the purpose?
Well, when I was younger, I liked to work on cars. I took 3 years auto mechanics in high school. And I always wanted a garage where I had room to work on stuff. And this is a 3,600 square foot garage, 17-foot ceilings, plenty of room. I've got a big air compressor. One of my other desires was always to have a big air compressor. But more importantly, I wanted to lift. Mm-hmm. I spent so much of my youth laying on my back, lifting transmissions and putting clutches in. And as you get older, you'll find, of course, you're kind of young, but as you get older, getting up and down, up and down, up and down to work on a car,
wears you out.
It really does. I follow Corvette racing somewhat, but mostly I like to play with my cars.
Sure.
I work on them if I have to, but if I had my druthers, I'd like to drive them.
Absolutely.
And so all these, except for the 98, I drive.
Play.
And as we discussed, there's today 7 generations of Corvettes. Behind you is 1st generation, 2nd generation, 3rd generation, 5th generation, 6th generation. You might have noticed I missed a 4th generation.
Right.
Well, that's because the only 4th generation Corvette I have is up on the wall, the hood over there. Mm-hmm. And as we discussed, I have a collection of hoods from every generation around the garage.
Right. One of the great things about your garage is all the different memorabilia that you've accumulated. Where did you find it and how did you decide where it should all be placed?
That's a great question. You know, I find memorabilia at swap meets, car shows. Some of my friends have given them to me. I helped one guy, that's how I got that C4 clamshell. He wanted to get it out of his garage. And as you know, you're facing the Corvette corner. I specifically wanted to build an area where I could put my flat screen TV, I could have a cigar in the afternoon if I wanted. I've got a refrigerator that's full of beer and wine and water. I wanted to have the Corvette theme carried through the corner, but also, because I like motorcycles, wanted to have a Harley section. And so a buddy of mine brought me back, I didn't go to Sturgis, but he brought me back the flag from the 75th anniversary event in Sturgis. You know, while Corvettes are a fun toy, I like them because they're American made. I like them because they're highly reliable. I like them because they're inexpensive to work on.
Well, that closes another chapter of Garage Mahal. Thank you for sharing your beautiful working garage and your collection of Corvettes. We actually got to take the high boy out for a ride. Thank you for sharing.
You're quite welcome. I always enjoy showing people around.
Well, until next time, see you on the next Garage Mahal.
You're watching the Car Guy Show, and we'll be right back.
Car problems? No problem. City Garage is a car repair problem solver. Vehicle rescue, car rental, repair options, and quality service to fix your problem. City Garage, we're on it.
Triple F Automotive has over 65 classic cars for sale and a state-of-the-art restoration facility with a complete inventory of parts. For the finest quality restoration of your classic car, call Triple F Automotive today.
Does your business need more customers? At Local Marketplace, we'll kick your website into high gear with quality website design, effective SEO, pay-per-click marketing, and social media campaigns. Call us today to get started.
My name is Richard Eichstead, and I built this little outlaw here for my daughter 20 years ago, and with a motorcycle engine in it, and decided that wasn't enough power, so I've got a 5.0 in it. It's automatic, has four-wheel steering, and I haven't let my daughter drive it yet. She's afraid of it. I'm a little afraid of it myself. My family likes monster trucks and can't afford to build a real one, so I built the frame and stuff myself. The engine was left over from a Mustang that I had, and I just put a cam in it. I'm Richard Eichstead, and this is my ride.
I'm Larry Mullen, and this is my wife Sherry. This is our 1964 Special Edition Grand Prix. It's a good car. It's kind of a unique car. You won't see very many of these cars. They didn't make very many of them. This particular edition, it's my understanding, they only made 684 of them, and this is one. It's not a total original car, but most of the originality is still in place. The dash is original. The under the hood is pretty much original, except for the valve covers and the little dress-up kit. One neat thing about it is it has 8-lug wheels, which is very, very unusual. It's a 421. With the way it's set up now, it's putting out about 385 horse. It's an automatic, power steering, power assisted brakes. The car runs down the highway really, really nice. It's a wide car. Matter of fact, it's 3.5 inches wider at the back than it is the front. That's where they started the wide track tradition for Pontiac. So it's a good car.
Hi, my name is Sherry Mullen, and this is my ride.
This is my 41 Ford Rat Rod that Charles McCullough and I built together. It's a little rat rod. It's got a 302 with a little beer keg on it. It's a lot of fun. We have a flamethrower on it. And And it's a lot of fun to go to these car shows every weekend. We found the car up in Amarillo. It was a project that someone started and it was just too overwhelming. So we took it over, tore it all apart, new wiring, overhauled everything and made it a lot safer. And it was a lot of fun doing it.
Hey, you're watching The Car Guy Show, and we'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Denisha Dickey. I'm a service advisor with City Garage at our Plano location. I've been in the automotive repair industry for 15 years, and I'm passionate about educating my customers. It's my job to make sure that everyone that comes into our store is well informed about the routine maintenance needs on their vehicles. It helps their vehicles to last longer, be more dependable, and it also can help save future repair costs. Sometimes people don't understand the recommendations that we make on the services, so I make sure to take the time to explain and answer any questions that they might have. At City Garage, we never recommend services that are not needed. Sometimes people can't afford everything all at once, and so we prioritize by safety, reliability, maintenance, and preventative services. We work hard to make sure that our customers are satisfied. At City Garage, this is our #1 priority.
I'm Ricky Wilson, and this is my 51 Gasser. It's a 51 Saratoga. It's been in my family since it was nearly new. Put Chevy Camaro, everything, Camaro rear end, 350 Chevy with a shotgun bill blower set up, and 2 carbs, and it's got a 57 Chevy straight axle, and it's like the old time Gassers, and we have a lot of fun, and I guess it'll plan on staying in my family for the next 50 years, I guess. I'm Ricky Wilson, and this is my ride.
Okay, I'm Mike Whalen out here at Streetside Classics, showing the car off today. It's a 1923 Ford T-Bucket. It's a fiberglass body as a kit. I bought it just last year. After I got it back for the frame and the body from the paint shop, I put it together in 6 weeks. And it's got a 383 Chevy stroker, roller cam, 10-to-1 compression, TH350 transmission with 389 rear end. 18-inch wide rear wheels, and Krager SS rims, dual 4 Edelbrock carbs on a Ram Air, and it's all chrome, purple, and white. Started off with a black bench seat and black interior, and I changed it over to white buckets and white. Getting my convertible top next week, hopefully.
Hi, my name's Dan Marks. I got this truck cab from my dad back in 1978. I've owned it for quite a while. I was going to do a complete restoration and make it a brand new truck, but it sat for so long we decided to go with a rat rod. So we turned it into what we have here today. It's a 1947 Ford cab. It has a 460 motor, both 30 over. It's got 2 650 CFM carburetors on a high-rise manifold. It's got a C6 transmission, and it's got an Oliver tractor grill that also came off a 1947 Oliver tractor. And the radiator is an Oliver tractor radiator also. And it has a Model T bed that's been shortened 12 inches. Other than that, it took a year long to build it at my brother's shop in Chester, Illinois. And we had a good time, a lot of fun putting it together. When my dad got this truck originally, it was set in a farmer's field for about 25 years. We pulled it out, didn't have a motor or anything in it. And it was pretty well rusted and pretty well the same paint job that you see right now today. All we did was put a clear coat over it, and we chopped the top 4 inches. But that's the paint that came right out of the field. My name is Dan Marks, and this is my ride.
I'm Ben the Car Kid with the Car Guy.
And I'm Tim with the Car Guy Show. Ben, you're doing a great job today. You having fun?
Yes. Here's a question. What kind of engine does a Chevrolet El Camino have?
Well, it depends upon, really, I can't tell you. It's probably, it could be a small block. I don't remember which year the El Camino was. Do you have the answer for me?
Yes, a small block 350.
All right, good. Now, where can we find your YouTube channel?
On YouTube, when you go down and say that says Ben the Car Kid, then you'll see one of my videos of cars that I've reviewed on here at Streetside Classic.
Oh, that is awesome. I'm very proud of you. That's great. What has been your favorite car today that you've seen here?
The DeLorean DMC 12 is like the perfect car since it's Back to the Future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Don't forget his YouTube channel,
Ben the Car Kid.
Well, that's it for this episode of the Car Guy Show. Thank you for watching, and please like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to tell all your friends that this show is a kick in the asphalt.
The flex capacitor is like a box that has these little wires.
Where would you want to go if you went back into the future?
I would rather go
you want to go into the future?
Into the future, I would rather go to the early 1930s where Dairy Queen was.
Oh. So, have you seen the movie Back to the Future?
No.
Car problems got you down? No worries. City Garage solves car problems and won't waste your time or money. Vehicle rescue, car rental, repair options, and quality service to fix your problem. City Garage, no problem.
Hi, this is Brad with Sons of Thunder Motor Works in Plano, Texas, and we are here to help you attain the investment quality, distinctive classic car of your dreams. Check out our website and make an appointment, come by and see us, and we'll help you with that car dream.
Autoscope. Trust and value, the way car repair should be.